when people have agendas and theories, they will work to prove those things right, even if it means uh, sociological manipulation. Now, uh, I just posted a video a half hour ago talking about how um, I went to my local grocery store and uh, there was a woman. She stood with her cart blocking the right and her in front of the middle section of the carts and making me have to grab a cart from the left. And there was a clip from the thing that you use to put toddlers and babies in the seats and stuff. And uh, I had to grab that cart. So they're basically it's them saying that I am a toddler or I am a baby or something like that. Uh, now, um, people use trauma a lot. It's a business. It's a marketing tool to say that people are this way or that way because they're traumatized. And then on top of that, to prove the situation right, people will organize and pick individuals and traumatize them and uh, force them to say I'm traumatized. So that's politics for you. Um, as far as I'm getting the feeling that people are trying. Some people, uh, uh, so dyslexia is fake. Hackers will. You'll be typing a message on Twitter X, and a hacker will insert little misspellings in your messages to stage dyslexia. Uh, and then people will. So I have this. I just had this feeling, this thought that there's a possibility that uh, people want me to start saying I'm traumatized or something like that, and then go move in with my mommy. Uh, now, so on Rumble, so there's been noises inside the walls, the ceiling, and the floors and stuff. Uh, one time I was reading about JFK or something, and it was about 2 in the morning, and there was a snap in the wall from something that was some kind of thing crawling in the trusses, in the studs, and then within the next day or so, there was a click right here above my stationary barrel, as if people are telling me go ride bulls. Now I think it's because I'm a Trekkie that I uh, think about how stupid stereotypes are and how I think and how I take a look at everything like a sociologist and like an anthropologist. Um, but the whole thing, I think I was mentioning something about I'm seeing this stupid thing, the stupid trend about clothes, no clothes, nudity in public, and stuff like that. And uh, if you have a pretty face or something, you need to show it off, or and that's like the Greek culture or something like that. And in uh, I think in Star Trek, well, it's the future, and I don't care what sci-fi franchise you follow. I don't know if we'll. Uh, the whole thing I'm trying to say is that they we're fighting over stupid shit, and well, I'm not. I'm not fighting over stupid shit. Um, but when I see when it comes to uh, see, I actually have not here. My whole thing about fascism is the fact that Wernher von Braun got us to the moon, and he was the one who got the V2 rocket from Germany into outer space. The first man-made object that reached outer space was because of that man. And so uh, now I think that so the Germans, they fought really hard for what they had established, what they had created. So did the Russians, and I guess they were going after each other, and neither of them was willing to let their society be destroyed by the other one. Uh, Look, I think this clothes, no clothes thing, I think it's Americanized bullshit. I think that the thing that went on with them over there was probably a little deeper, probably different, such as Germans revere pure German blood, so Russians raped women. They're like, oh, okay, we're going to hurt you bad. They knew how to hurt them. So that's why they raped a bunch of women. Um, and I don't know. Uh, when I was in jail, if I fought too hard or stood up for myself too much, I would get pepper sprayed. And then if I and then there was this one guy, and he was just well, I actually, I think if I had said in a video recently that no, I haven't said that in a video yet. What I've said to people in person is that when you're when you fight too hard, you get pepper sprayed. When you don't fight hard enough, you get put on meds. I think that it's people saw that I fought and fought and fought, stood up, argued, debate. There was a woman that I saw at there was a homeless shelter that was in the area, and it got ripped down a few years ago. It was really, really fucking, from what I heard, I'd never seen it on the inside, but from what I heard, it was a real fucking nasty area. A lot of drug use and all sorts of crazy stuff that went on. Or there was a bunch of immature stuff that went on, kind of like this that I'm dealing with. And then people would accuse other people of being, oh, they're just crazy or on drugs, when really they're just pointing out head signals and hand signals and taking toothbrushes and taking this and taking that. And, someone broke in and poked a hole in my bag of sugar, and then they swapped out that door that's got a pinhole in it. So that's a connection right there. I don't know what that's supposed to mean between those two things, but people just do weird stuff, and they're doing it for no reason. There is no reason to do it. Um, and except for people have theories about human uh, interaction, and they refuse to be wrong. And so, yeah. The thing that makes me madder than hell is that the people that cause this is what I fear. The people that cause the most damage you know, I worry they won't pay the price for what they did, that it'll end up being innocent people that pay the price. And so I just had to say that. But I forgot why I started this video because I just went on a tangent. Um, People don't like the idea of fascism. They think it's just not okay. Fucking bug. Um, he's alive. I think. Uh, Men need to have their freedom. And another thing I'm going to say this on Twitter after this too. Emotion needs freedom. You need freedom needs to be exercised in the most basic ways. And emotion is one of those big ones. Uh, which reminds me of how much of manipulative assholes some of the guys at the jiu-jitsu gym I was at are the way they are. Because I'm sitting there arguing and I'm not even fucking yelling. And they're doing the same shit my mom used to do. You know, my mom will not let me uh, raise my voice. Uh, my mom will not let me express anger. And if I exhibit any shred of sadness, it's, oh, you're depressed. This kind of stuff is behind a lot of problems in society. Why there's a lot of people out there. I know this happens to other people. I know it for a fact. I've seen it on tracks. I've seen it elsewhere. Uh, it's exactly the reason why there's problems. So women have a certain way of being, and that's their thing. If they want to be that, well, women will be exactly the way society allows them to be. And I'm going to say something here. And it's going to piss off feminists because feminists are all about their freedom and stuff like that, which that's a good thing. It's good to want your freedom. But at the same time, if your freedom messes with my freedom and stuff, that's a problem. I'm not going to live as a slave. But I can't blame women entirely. It's mostly men that I'm dealing with, actually. It's just that uh, women, feminists came up with some legitimate criticisms about the way humans function as a society as of lately. And those are important because of the fact that, look, when I was a bull rider, I didn't let tough guys uh, manipulate me because it is the ultimate tough guy sport. Uh, and it's all about impressing your buddies, getting on a bull you can't handle, thinking you're going to look cool in front of chicks and impress your buddies, but you haven't practiced properly and you get rocked. You get a bone broken or something, and then you end up with medical bills and stuff. And then people are like, toughen up. Well, then it becomes a math game because you only have so much money, and medical bills will cost a lot of money. And then you got to feed yourself to men have to eat more than women because we are larger. Uh, Especially a guy like me, I've got a fast metabolism. And also, the more active you are, too, the more active your brain is and the more active your muscles are. Uh, requires more energy. And so, I completely forgot why I started this video.